Welcome back to Daily Motivation and Prayers, where we inspire and uplift your journey through life. Today's topic is one that will change how you approach everything. These life lessons are requirements in life, not choices. These lessons are not optional. They are the foundation of a meaningful, successful, and peaceful life. So, let's dive deep into the truths that life demands we learn. The first and most fundamental lesson life asks us to learn is this: take radical responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame our circumstances, our upbringing, our genetics, even the weather for the life we have. It's comfortable to point fingers and make excuses. But the truth is, the moment we shift from blame to responsibility, everything changes. Think about it. When you take responsibility, you empower yourself. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, but the architect of your own life. You have the power to choose how you respond to challenges, how you learn from your mistakes, and how you build the future you desire. Responsibility doesn't mean denying the challenges or hardships you faced. It's about acknowledging them, owning your part in them, and then choosing to move forward with purpose. It's about understanding that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond, how we adapt, and how we grow. This shift from blame to responsibility is not always easy. It requires honesty, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. But it's in that discomfort, in that space of radical ownership, that true transformation begins. Remember, every excuse we make, every time we shift blame, we give away our power. We relinquish control of our lives and hand it over to external circumstances. But when we choose responsibility, we reclaim that power. We step into the driver's seat of our lives and begin to steer towards the future we want to create. So ask yourself, where in your life are you still holding on to excuses? What situations are you blaming on external factors? What is one area where you can start taking more responsibility? The answers to these questions hold the key to unlocking a new level of growth, fulfillment, and peace in your life. Choose responsibility and you choose empowerment. Choose responsibility and you choose freedom. Choose responsibility and you choose to become the author of your own extraordinary story. The second lesson life teaches us, and it's one we often resist, is that pain is an inevitable part of the journey. We try to avoid it, numb it, and outrun it. But the truth is, pain is not our enemy. It's a teacher. It's a guide. It's a signpost pointing us towards growth. There are two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline is the discomfort we experience when we push ourselves outside our comfort zones, when we embrace challenges, and when we commit to growth. It's the burn of an intense workout, the long nights of pursuing a dream, the vulnerability of opening our hearts. The pain of regret, on the other hand, is the heavy weight we carry when we choose comfort over courage, when we let fear dictate our decisions, and when we settle for a life that's less than we deserve. It's the what-ifs, the should-haves, the missed opportunities that haunt our thoughts. The beautiful truth is, we get to choose our pain. We can choose the temporary discomfort of discipline, knowing it leads to strength, resilience, and fulfillment. Or we can choose the lingering pain of regret, knowing it keeps us stuck in the past, filled with what could have been. Every time we face a challenge, every time we're given a choice between comfort and growth, we're presented with this opportunity. Will we choose the pain that leads to progress, or the pain that keeps us stagnant? Embrace the discomfort. Lean into the challenges. Know that on the other side of that pain lies a stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled version of yourself. Building on the understanding that pain is part of the process, life presents us with another crucial lesson. Growth happens outside our comfort zones. It's easy to stay in the familiar, to surround ourselves with what feels safe and comfortable. But true growth, the kind that expands our hearts, sharpens our minds, and elevates our souls, requires us to step into the unknown. Think about a time you truly grew as a person. Was it a time when everything was easy and comfortable? Or was it a time when you were challenged, stretched, and pushed beyond what you thought you were capable of? Our comfort zones are like cages, keeping us small and confined. They whisper lies of safety and security, but in reality, they prevent us from experiencing the fullness of who we are meant to be. Discomfort is not something to be feared, but rather a signpost that we're on the right track. It's an indication that we're learning, expanding, and evolving. It's a signal that we're breaking free from the limitations we've placed upon ourselves and stepping into our true potential. So, how do we embrace discomfort? How do we step outside those self-imposed boundaries and into the arena of growth? Start small. Identify one area of your life where you've been playing it safe and challenge yourself to take one step outside your comfort zone. It could be trying a new activity, having a difficult conversation, or pursuing a long-held dream. Remember, growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, there will be moments of doubt, but the key is to keep moving forward, one uncomfortable step at a time. Embrace the discomfort, for it is in those moments of stretching and expanding that we discover the boundless capacity of our hearts and minds. As we embark on this journey of growth and transformation, life gently reminds us of another important lesson. Our circles will change. The people who were once our constant companions may not always walk beside us on our path, and that's okay. Growth has a way of revealing who truly resonates with our evolving values, aspirations, and purpose. Some relationships will naturally evolve and deepen as we grow, while others may fade or fall away. This is not a sign of failure, but rather a natural part of the journey. As we change, so too do our needs and desires in relationships. We begin to crave connections with those who support our growth, who challenge us to become better versions of ourselves, and who celebrate our victories along the way. Holding on to relationships that no longer serve us, out of obligation or fear, can actually hinder our progress. It's essential to surround ourselves with people who uplift us, who inspire us, and who reflect the best versions of ourselves back to us. This doesn't mean we have to cut ties with everyone who doesn't perfectly align with our current path. It's about recognizing the natural ebb and flow of relationships and allowing space for growth, both within ourselves and within our connections with others. Be open to new connections. Seek out individuals who embody the qualities you admire, who are passionate about their own growth, and who inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Remember, the quality of our relationships directly impacts the quality of our lives. Choose your circle wisely, and surround yourself with those who support your journey, challenge you to grow, and celebrate your victories along the way. Finally, as we navigate the complexities of life, we arrive at a profound realization. Consistency trumps motivation. We often wait for motivation to strike, for that surge of inspiration to propel us forward. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the tide. Consistency, on the other hand, is the key to lasting change. It's about showing up day after day, even when we don't feel like it, even when motivation has abandoned us. It's about building habits that support our goals and aligning our actions with our aspirations. Think about it. What's the difference between someone who sets a New Year's resolution and abandons it by February, and someone who consistently works towards their goals throughout the year? It's not about motivation, it's about consistency. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds over time. Small, consistent actions taken day after day create extraordinary results. It's like building a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. So, how do we cultivate consistency in our lives? How do we bridge the gap between our intentions and our actions? Start by setting realistic goals. Break down large, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Create a schedule and stick to it as much as possible. And most importantly, celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up, even when it's hard, even when we're tired, even when we'd rather stay in bed. It's about choosing progress over perfection and trusting that small, consistent actions taken over time will lead us to extraordinary destinations. Life doesn't ask you if you're ready. It demands that you learn these lessons. Responsibility over excuses. Embrace the pain of growth. Find comfort in discomfort. Protect your circle. Show up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. These are not options. These are requirements. The faster you accept them, the faster your life will transform. Thank you for tuning in today. Stay strong, stay committed, and always remember, your life is shaped by the lessons you are willing to embrace.